For me, Henry. You're a great friend. The best I could wish for.
After
Hey guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the successful escape of Hans Capone.
Mon brave Henri. And I have an excellent idea. In your honor, I shall name my new horse after you.
Pleased to meet you, Sir Vacula.
My name is Vauquelin.
Vocula?
Vauquelin. Vauquelin.
Vocla... would you mind if I just call you Brabber?
Brabant. En.
Brabant?
Que peut-on y faire? It will have to do. Do not concern yourself, mon ami. Clearly, you are not talented in the art of conversation. But at least you have courage and other skills. You carried out the entire operation truly brilliantly. I could not have done it much better myself. And look, mon ami, how the fresh air suits Monsieur Chapon. He has finally stopped drawing in self-pity.
What self-pity, damn it? I was locked up for days in a tiny stinking room.
Ah, come now, mon cher. Luck was simply not on your side for once. That is all. Now we are finally free. The time has come for grand deeds. I did not waste my time in captivity. I fought everything over diligently. Listen.
Please, I'd prefer not to.
What's your plan, Sir Baron?
An heroic deed about which hordes shall one day be composed, similar to my feat in the famous battle of Arezzo.
Did you distinguish yourself in that battle?
Oui, mon cher Henri. When all seemed lost, I led a heroically desperate attack that ultimately led us to victory. For that, I was knighted. Opportunities for heroism await everywhere. One just has to seize them. What if we were to journey to Vienne? We could assemble a company and liberate Le Roi Wenceslas.
That would be excellent. If the king were to return, the nobility would definitely support him. Sigismund would have to withdraw.
Précisément. And what is more, our names would be sung throughout the kingdom. Undoubtedly, we would also earn a rich reward too. Then I would invite the best stonemason from France and build Monsieur Chapeau a castle that even Chevalier Hanush would envy.
You must be mad. You've been free less than a day, and you're already thinking up ways to get yourself killed. I'd rather endure Hanush's preaching about my incompetence than listen to this chatter. We'll see what happens next. But the first thing that I need is to get good and drunk.
I somehow don't believe him. The one that is riding in front of us, the Baron. Oh, we'll just see what his true character is. In the meantime, we can enjoy the beautiful scenery of this game.
Christ, wounds. Such destruction
Oh, wow.
and havoc.
That is new.
War. Monsieur Chapon, you have yet to participate in a real battle. But I fought against les Valaques at Naples, and les Anglais in Bourgogne. And that is how war looks, whether in Italy or La Bohème. It is always the same.
That's not war. It's barbarism. What value did this village have?
Eh bien, I would estimate 5 courtyards. Annual revenues could be perhaps several hundred groschen.
That's not what I meant, Bakalin. No fortress. Maybe one fortified courtyard. Practically insignificant militarily. That's not how war should be fought. This is unjust.
Do not give way to sentimentality, monsieur. A village could harbor spies and saboteurs or supply the enemy, and destroying enemy assets is an effective tool of war. Wars are not decided only in battles. There are not even many of those. To strike in the rear, make the enemy lose and bleed. That is how most conflicts are fought. However, wait a year or two, the village will be settled. The population will increase again. That is how it always happens.
But we're the nobility. Our task is to lessen the chances of such things happening.
You're right, Hans. We must find allies and put a stop to it as soon as possible, so we can save as much as we can.
Yes, but we failed in Trotsky. And now this is our punishment.
I see that short captivity has turned you into a philosopher. Lord Capon, you should apply to the Faculty of Arts before the muse lifts you again.
Yeah!
Of all the bandits in the whole wide world, we run into this pair of scoundrels.
I fucked everything up.
Oh, get up, lad. Everyone makes mistakes. Only a better man owns up to them. At least we know now what kind of vermin we're dealing with.
What brings you here? We just escaped from Malashov, and right now
There's no time for haste. One thing at a time, my boy.
Nice surprise.
Word reached Rat-Eye that you pair got yourselves into a nice mess. I'm glad to see you both in one piece. So, let's hear it. What happened?
It's best if Henry tells you. I wasn't around for half of it.
No, went downhill.
no sooner had we spied Trotsky on the horizon than everything started to go to hell. We made camp by a pond with the intention of heading for the castle at first light. Only we were ambushed by bandits in the evening. They killed all our men and took everything they could carry, including the letter for von Berghoff.
And how did you two manage to get out alive?
Just by a stroke of good luck. We were both in a bad way. We might not have made it if a local herb woman hadn't taken care of us.
Only after that, we couldn't get into the castle, though. We looked like a pair of beggars.
And the bastards treated us as such.
But you did get into Trotsky in the end, didn't you?
Von Berghoff received us and heard us out. It seemed like he was on our side. We even helped him out several times. Until we found out he was just stringing us along. It all came out after we set out with von Berghoff's men to deal with the bandits who were rampaging in his domain. The same ones who attacked us at the start.
Only they ambushed us and took me and Henry captive for ransom.
But it turned out these very outlaws are on our side. They're fighting for King Wenceslas on the orders of Sokol of Lamberg.
Well, I'll be damned.
So von Berghoff has been the real enemy all this time. And Zizka is actually our ally.
Zizka. He's the captain of those outlaws. That name doesn't ring a bell.
I think you'll meet him soon enough.
What impression did he make on you?
He's an interesting fella. Handy with a weapon, but also pretty tricky. It's best to keep a fella like that on your side.
He made quite an impression on me, for one. I'll be happy to see him again. But if only it didn't have to be in Rapors. Why Rapors? Of all the places in the world.
We're riding to a gathering of King Wenceslas's supporters. If fortune favors us, the future fate of the kingdom will be decided there.
If we keep standing around here gabbing about it, it'll be decided without us.
Patience, my friend. This pair have just returned from the clutches of the enemy. No doubt they have something to tell us.
Like how in the devil did you manage to escape?
I was helped by the Ruthard family. the former rulers of Malashov, in exchange for dealing with some trouble they had with Ulrich of Raditz.
Ulrich Vavak? But he's the mint master.
Well, he won't be for long, if it comes to light that he's been putting his sticky fingers on the royal silver.
It seems you've been pretty busy.
But don't forget to say what you found out from von Bergov in Malashov.
Sigismund has convened the city council. Markvart von Aulitz will be there with him, too. The word is, Sigismund is going to make an important announcement there.
He picked a nice time for it. But at least he won't be sticking his nose into what's going on around.
Now, if we had one of our people at that assembly, we'd get Sigismund's plans nice and fresh. Straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak.
My very words. And I know exactly who to send. Young Lord Capon will go with us to Rabosh, but you'll have to return to the city right away, and try to worm your way into the town hall.
What? How can I get in there? I can't just walk in off the street.
You've got the dirt on Vavak, and you don't know how to use it? Just tell him either he gets you into the council chamber, or you get him on the gallows.
It's worth a try, right?
I hope that assembly really is important. If Sigismund is just going to announce an increase in taxes, there's not much point in my being there.
Well, at least you can enjoy watching the long faces of the councillors when they hear it. And don't worry, I'll eat and drink in Rabosh on your behalf.
If I come back and find you there under lock and key again, I'll leave you to rot.
T'inquiète. I will go as well, and I will not let your friend out of my sight.
Hans? Who's this?
Vaclin Brabant, Chevalier d'Arezzo, at your service.
He was a captive of Lord von Bergov's, like me. He defended Kuttenberg against Sigismund.
In that case, he'll be a welcome guest at Rabosh.
You don't know what you're promising, Baron. Watching Sir Hans is a job and a half.
The main thing is to watch out for yourself, Henry. As soon as you can do so without raising suspicion, come and join us.
He'll manage it, but now we really need to hit the road.
Safe travel, Henry.
Adieu et bonne chance.
And to you. Hopefully we'll meet soon.
And alone again.
I ought to go and see Rosa when I'm in town. No doubt she'd like to know how it went with that book.
Oh, right. Totally forgot about the book too. We have that one. Look at that scenery here. Beautiful. Where are we anyway? Let's have a quick look. Might be a bit confused. We're really far down. Actually, yeah. Down in the south. Malashov. Bilani. Basically where we started the whole mission, I think. Now we need to get to Kuttenberg because we got quite a few missions there. Alright, yep. Well, on my way to Kuttenberg. Just exploring the scenery this game offers.
Oh.
Okay, here we are again. Let's bring back the book. And just see what the damsel has for us. Beautiful view they have from up here. Nice
God
property.
Bless you. Are you blind?
No, I'm not, but you're in my way. The cool thing is we can just freely walk around here. They don't mind. And you should wash.
Mind where you're going.
Okay, there's Rose.
By the way, like you were saying about that book,
My favorite book. Pray tell, did you find it?
as I wandered through the fortress, I stumbled upon von Bergov's chambers, and there it lay. Red leather, gold inlay, just as you said.
You really found it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. By the way, did you have any time to leaf through it and see what it's about?
I read a bit of it.
What did you think?
Well, the author doesn't spare anyone. I wonder if he holds anything at all sacred.
Sure he does. Courage, honor, loyalty. But others have already written enough about those. A writer is interested in what lies beneath the gilded veneer of orderliness and piety, because it's much more interesting.
Hold on. Who wrote this then?
I did. Look, you've never thought about writing something.
Me? And what would I write?
How should I know? Poetry, a novel, a treatise, or a whole book?
That's a tempting notion. Who knows? In another life, I might have become a writer.
Wouldn't you want to at least give it a try?
I suppose I'm not quite sure where you're going with this.
There are still a few blank pages left, so we could finish writing it together. You and me. What do you think?
That sounds great.
We'll have plenty of light and privacy in my chambers. Will you escort me?
My pleasure.
How should I start?
You haven't thought of anything yet?
Now, I have many ideas, but we must contribute in equal part.
Both? Well, fine. What should I do?
Just tell me what you'd like to read about. A tale of a man or a woman? I'll take careful notes of everything.
Yeah. Do we make this heroic or romantic? We could
There are
run.
heaps of stories about men. So I propose one about a woman.
All right, a woman then. But I'd need to know more about her.
Such as...
Tell me one trait that is important for you. What would impress you in a girl?
I admire courage in girls. They're weaker than men, and life is rarely easy for them. But they still don't give up.
Do you know one like that? Tell me about her.
How could I not? After all, I'm looking at her.
You think I'm brave? Father says I'm more rash, always acting before thinking.
Well, nobody's perfect. But in my opinion, you're certainly brave.
Enough, you flatterer, or I shall blush. We'd better get to writing. Let's say we write about a woman who is brave and isn't afraid to say what she thinks. Would she do it for herself or for someone else?
Make her brave for someone she loves. That's much more commendable than if she were only thinking of herself.
You can't disagree with that. And to make things a little more interesting, the love will be secret and forbidden, because forbidden fruit tastes the sweetest. Well, just about finished.
Well, let's have a look.
Not yet. Something's missing.
What?
A picture. I don't trust myself with proper illumination, but I think I can handle a sketch, especially if you'll be my model.
What? And what on earth do I have to do?
Lie on the ground on your stomach and swing your legs, but not much. Like you're lazing around.
Oh, that doesn't sound too bad.
Well, now we're done.
Oh, finally. I'm sore all over.
Your suffering is over. Come take a look at what we've done. Your reward. Read it. I want to hear what you think of it.
Unfortunately, I don't know the bride, so I can't congratulate her groom. And knowing the groom too well, neither can I congratulate the bride. Adam's gender. Oh, now it's getting graphical.
So what about that story of ours? Tell me your impressions.
That's nice. A bit didactic, but not to the point of boring moral bludgeoning. And that's the way it should be. Sermons for ordinary people work in a similar way. They entertain and encourage, with a few lessons added in between.
You see, when I lead mass one of these days, I'll certainly think of you. And what about the sketch? For such a slapdash job, it's not bad, right?
Oh, it's pretty, really. I don't think I've ever seen anything like that.
I know I'm no master illuminator, but otherwise, I think we can be quite satisfied. And thank you for the help. I really enjoyed it.
Well, so did I. And for that matter, you're an interesting girl, and I'd like to get to know you a little better.
No beating around the bush. How about that? Please do stop by sometime. I wager it will be enlightening for both of us. Perhaps I can show you my collection of hunting trophies.
Hunting trophies? That sounds great. And with that, we have finished bringing back her book. And got an achievement by that as well. Okay, she leaves the room. And she leaves me the whole room basically ready to pick. So let's have a look what we can find here. A gemstone necklace. Some more books that we definitely want to read. Ladies' shoes. More lockpicks, by the way. And the chest. A very hard chest at that. Very good. Unfortunately, there's nothing really of value in here. And from now on, we have access to this room whenever we want to. That's pretty neat. Okay, let's get out of here again.
You said you could teach me something. What did you have in mind?
If you ask nicely, I'll share some of my hard-earned wisdom with you.
Very well then, Lady Know-It-All. Let's say then I come on bended knee. What scholarship can you pass on to me?
That depends on what you're interested in. There's a whole world hidden inside of books I could talk to you about for days on end. Or if you prefer actions instead of words, I can show you a few shooting tricks. But I warn you in advance that it will not come free. After all, there's nothing more valuable than scholarship.
What? I brought back the book.
What would you like?
But we're going with the scholarship here, of course.
I'd like to
1,500. She's
expand
also
my
not cheap.
horizons a little. What's the last thing you read, for instance? Anything interesting?
You'd better believe it. I only read interesting things, and I can talk about them for hours.
Oh yeah, hours it is. And we did not get a point out of this. It was beneath our skill. Guess we just got some experience points out of it. That's a pity. Now, that was the optional quest that we had here to do, bringing back the book. And now, find out how to get to the city council.
I do to you.
Not too far away from here.
Thank you.
Oh, wait a second. No, you're not. Sure.
I'm thinking of buying a rowboat.
Greetings.
Okay. Supposed to be in there, but we can't go in.
People, gather round. You won't believe this. A whole village burnt to the ground. Hell on earth!
Ah, that looks like the right one. There he is, Babak von Neuhaus.
Glad to see you again.
You have the gall to show me your face again? I'll call the guards.
Hold your horses. I'll come in peace. Actually, I have a little offer for you.
You've come to blackmail me again?
Call it what you like. I need to get into the city council assembly. And I reckon you can help me.
The assembly? The one King Sigismund is supposed to attend in person?
Sigismund's just a usurper. Wenceslas is the only true Bohemian king.
Singing Ruthard's song, eh? I might have known. Speak then. What do you want? And tell the truth.
I want to know what Sigismund tells the council. I hear it'll be important.
You want to spy? Do you know what you're risking? And what I'd be risking? Forget it.
Have you forgotten I have you over a barrel? If you want to keep your position and your head on your shoulders, you better shape up.
All right, all right. Maybe we can make a deal. If I get you into the council, you'll behave appropriately and you won't betray yourself, or especially me. And that will be the end of our business together.
All right. That seems like a fair deal.
You can get into the council assembly relatively easily. My cook's son will be serving there. He's roughly around your age. Maybe he can be persuaded to let you stand in for him. Although, not everyone would want to give up an opportunity to serve the King of Hungary.
Who's this boy?
Franta's his name. Franta Cooldown. He's an idler and a boozer, but he's proved his worth as a waiter.
Alright. Let's find this boy. And we also need to obtain the waiter's clothes. So he's got that, I think. Oh, it's over there. Get the horse. I learned that even when you're just, strolling through the city, you get horsemanship skill and vitality skill. That's pretty neat. So I'd like to use this.
Nice.
Oh, he knew me. I wouldn't know. And I'm just so stunned still by how perfect optimization is. We're riding through a big town, lots of assets, lots of people, riding through it, not a single stutter. Amazing job. You really have to say it like that, because it's so rare to find a game so well optimized. I think we're riding a bit too far now. The other side, over there. The market again. They don't have paved roads here. What is this? Okay, it's somewhere here. There she is. Taylor. I haven't found her yet, really?
Fine day for some.
Cut the cheddar.
God be with you.
What do you have?
So she has something that we need. Festive dress. I would like to get the festive dress though, because we will need it anyway. And there's something with a horse. A cape covering the horse's head, neck and shoulders. Makes the horse bolder and braver, but also limits its speed. I think the one that we have is already fine. There's not a single item we need here, I think.
Thank you, and come
Done with
again,
that.
sir.
That I want to have for other opportunities anyway, but what do I need to purchase from you? Obtain the king's waiter's clothes. Obtain the king's waiter's certificate. Go for the certificate first, it's on the other side. It's not him either. Ah, there is Franta.
Greetings. I'd like to...
Surely you can wait a while. I have a customer here. Here you are. The finest fabric. Intricate work. You won't find the likes anywhere else in this town.
No more than I'd expect after the amount they cost. Thanks. I'll gladly recommend you if anyone asks. And you impatient fella, what was it you wanted?
You must be Franta Cooldown.
I am. And who might you be?
I'm Henry. I heard you're supposed to serve at the City Council Assembly.
I am. What's it to you?
Supposing I took the job on for you. You can put your feet up, fill your belly, and I'll do all the work for you.
Look here. It's not like I'm all that keen on it, but it's well paid. Apart from that, it's a bit of a pain in the arse. Them councillors stuffing their faces and guzzling wine, while I run around like a bugger with pitchers so they don't run dry. Why would you want to stick your nose in there?
I just have to get in there, understand? I have an important message for the king about a plot against him.
But why would you want to get to him as a waiter?
But it could be that someone from the council is mixed up in it, so I have to be incognito. See?
I see. All right, then.
Nice believing that.
To begin with, you'll need confirmation that you've worked as a waiter at the council and you're capable of serving even His Majesty. Look here. Do you have any idea what's expected of you? Can you tell different wines apart and that?
Of course. Who do you take me for?
All right. No need to get upset. Show the confirmation to the head butler. Tell him I sent you and think up some good excuse. Clear?
That makes sense.
And you'll need a waiter's livery. I had a brand new one made. Here it is. I look like a prick in it. Hopefully it'll sit better on you. The main thing is, don't lose it before the assembly or get it covered in shit.
Thanks. I won't disgrace you, I promise.
You better not.
Pots for sale.
Okay, that was easier. Now, it should be close by. I think it's right this building here. And there's also a scribe here.
Franta Cooldown sent me. I'm to stand in for him at the council assembly.
Franta's not coming? What's wrong with him?
He got poisoned. Probably from food. He's writhing in agony. By turns praying and cursing, spewing from both ends.
Oh, that's enough. All right. At least you're here. We can't be without a waiter here, when the king himself will need waiting on. So, let's have a look at you. Have you got Franta's certificate?
Sure.
Everything. You know a good waiter without a tunic, and have you forgotten your... You can put your dog...
Okay, so we don't have that yet. Let's put it on. Got the royal waiter's hat. Wait a second, let's go for my noble outfit. That doesn't give me more charisma. That's the royal one. Royal waiter. It reduces my charisma by half. Okay. And the house of a royal waiter. That's the one. I look like a clown.
Here I am. You've got a tunic. It's a good thing you've got no steel on you. You need to be light on your feet to run around everything. Do you know what your duty for an inexperienced green?
Well, I'll happily
I have a
listen to
sword.
any advice. I wouldn't want to foul things up.
I should certainly hope not. Now listen. A good waiter should stand in a corner, look willing and ready, and not get in anyone's way. In short, behave as if you're not there. But when one of the gentlemen calls for wine, you run and pour it for him on the double.
You'll find the pitchers on a table by the door to the chapel. You take one and go to their table and pour for them. White Tokaib or red monastery wine.
White or red by the door to the chapel. Got it.
But for Councillor Adam of Zarzhitz, you must not pour at all. When he drinks, he disrupts and makes trouble. So the assembly has to be interrupted, or otherwise it never reaches an end. We can't allow that to happen in the presence of the king.
All right. Sir Adam of Zarzhitz stays dry.
And if the king himself wants wine, you pour for him with lowered eyes. Don't look at him. And the most important thing?
To stay in the background and keep quiet until someone asks me something?
Correct. The councillors have a lot to discuss, and they certainly don't need any interruptions. And in general, a good waiter has to be invisible, blind, and deaf.
Oh? I thought I had to keep my ears pricked.
Well, yes, but only to what anyone wants from you. No excuses, and provide everything that anyone wants from you. Understood?
Absolutely. I'm a waiter, after all. Not some street gossip monger.
Correct. And if you manage not to botch it up, you can even rise on the social ladder. Not just anyone can serve the King of Hungary, but you'll manage it, right?
I know everything I need to. I can do it.
Excellent. Put away your things here. It's easier to serve with a...
Okay, Gothenburg City Council, morning. So, is this the day where we finally see the king?
Our current Waffenarsenal is a joke, and
there are the pictures of wine. Hopefully I won't splash anyone's shoes.
have worse weapons than any Räuber in the domain.
A full cup of monastery
I'm saying
wine.
that the bandits, believe it. Where did they get them?
Come now, waiter. I wanted red.
What are you implying,
Sir?
Friedrich? All I'm saying is that they had them, Herr Gott.
Thank you, waiter.
It is eine Schande when outlaws have better weapons than the city garrison.
You
And
got
Herr
scope.
König surely knows this too. What is it, Elvis? You smell a deal? What I smell is that your stubborn
Waiter,
heads do
get me
not
white.
realize what Schwierigkeit this is. The Dry Devil is running free. There are Raubritter everywhere in the region. We have the army.
That's not a good idea, sir.
This is unbelievable.
With a few rough help.
Okay, he accepts it like that. Goes Adam.
King Sigismund is providing us with protection, isn't he?
Waiter, pour me red wine. And his army will not be here.
Shut up! The king can arrive at any moment. What if he heard you?
What then? We're sitting atop the biggest silver
Sir?
heap in the kingdom, and we're supposed to defend it with brooms?
Well, thank the Lord.
Where can we get the coin for better equipment?
You can always confiscate the property of the king's enemies, nicht wahr?
We are more than familiar with the jämmerlich state of our armory, and the king is surely aware of it as well. Maybe if he waived some of the taxes?
The king fears that this town will rise against him. He'll take the arming of the city's militia as a preparation for war.
So you suggest we just wait with arms crossed for the Raubritter to wreak havoc all around?
We can always ask the king to bring order to the realm with his army.
But then the Dörfler will rise up.
I'm afraid I see no solution of the current situation. We shall wait and see what His Majesty thinks about the matter. Maybe we can change his mind. Vielleicht?
I'd like to report to the Honorable Council on the cleanliness of the city and the state of the public baths.
You mean baths or brothels?
I'd like some monastery wine. Refill my cup, boy.
Isn't it the same thing?
He's trying it again.
I'm sorry, sir.
So, the cleanliness of the
Orders from
city
above.
is not
This is
what
unbelievable.
it should be. The current baths in the city fall far short of covering all the citizens' needs.
You're right, Jerome.
More
But
wine,
a woman
Master
named Betty
Bailiff.
has showed up on Hopbrink and wants to repair the baths
closer.
that used to be there.
She's a protege of mine.
I need something from you. There is an item in my study that I confiscated from a female thief. She thought she could wriggle out of it by telling me who the item belongs to.
And what is it?
A silver goblet. She sneaked into Sir Ulrich's house and stole it. No one's noticed the theft yet. But if Ulrich finds out, he'll turn the city upside down to find the culprit. Go and get it. And don't you make a mess there, understand?
All right.
Where can I find...
Use your eye and come right...
So what? Going to
Okay.
the baths is neither a civic duty nor...
Drop the wine. Looks like a nice opportunity for us. Was it this? Ah. Okay, it's somewhere in here. Silver. The dagger. I'll pick this one up. There's a silver gold. There's the one. Okay, stolen. Bring it back. There's a bunch of other things though.
Finally admit that it's a trifle. We wouldn't have to...
There's no chest, unfortunately, that I could pick.
Trifle? Do you ever walk the streets here? Sewage, rats, slop, and
Bit of a
rubbish.
tip money though.
The least we can do for the citizens is to provide them with a place to wash up.
What? No.
So?
Next.
I did.
Not so loud. And now go back to...
Earthly paradise, everything would be free.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Gentlemen, let's agree to disagree. What if the king heard us?
I got word that Rutard has pulled off another deed.
That's nothing unusual. That old weasel will never accept that the city isn't run his way. At least until His Majesty honors us with his visit. And as we know...
Waiter! Pour me
Gunslin
red
absolutely
wine.
He can hate all he wants, as long as he does no damage. Ulrich, what have you got to say about it?
Sir?
I'm speaking about the Rutard incident. You were there, weren't you?
Oh, that. Just a small misunderstanding. We've sorted it out and everything's settled.
My ears must be deceiving me. Are you defending Rutard? I'd like some white. Besides,
Oh, come on. Don't let me change it all the time. Pick the white one.
Leave nothing out.
Are they only just pressing the graves for the Tokai? Thank you, waiter.
Did you? That's grossly exaggerated. I don't think Rutard will cause any trouble. He is sensible enough not to draw attention to himself while the king is here.
That's true. Because if we don't do something about him, the king himself will put an end to him, and
pour me
soon.
some Tokai.
Unless he puts an end to us first. God
I
knows
apologize,
what
sir.
he wants to tell us.
Which wine?
If nothing
White
happened, there's no
Tokai.
point in dwelling on it. Let's move on.
Good,
I'm
sir.
sorry, Andreas, but I wouldn't brush it off so quickly. Why do I
Well,
have to
thank the
believe
Lord.
you're not telling us the whole truth, Ulrich?
Phew,
Are
close.
you accusing me of lying?
Those are strong words, my friend. Nobody said anything like that, did they?
Then why doesn't he tell us what really happened,
I'm not keeping anything from you, but there's little truth to the rumors circulating around the town. Yes, Rutard and I had a little disagreement, but we ended it quickly because his daughter wanted to get involved. I didn't want to expose the girl to any unpleasant sights.
So Rutard is hiding behind his own daughter's skirts?
As if it wasn't enough that he sent his son to die defending the city.
All right. If we really don't have anything new to say, let's turn the page.
Things have got out of order in the town. Some adventurers decided to take the law into their own hands and restore the tradition of duels. It's not only barbaric, but also illegal. If we tolerate this, the rabble in the city will go wild and do whatever they want. I suspect
like
the
some
gentleman from the
monastery
city's
wine.
sword fighting
Refill
school
my
brought-
cup.
Oh,
boy.
Ulrich, really? From you?
Don't be ridiculous, Forsucker. You act like you've never been in a fight.
Come now,
Sir?
waiter. I want it red. Don't hang around me.
vanish. You hear me?
So you will just leave it be?
As you wish.
Offences are
Sir
punished by
Ulrich.
the bailiff.
Go,
and that's
go.
that.
I don't want to see you
There
again.
are more pressing matters to deal with.
Hey! More pressing than the open contempt of the whole town garrison. The guards are apparently
Everything in
settling
order?
accounts
Not
their own
quite.
way. We'll
But I
soon
think you
the
might be able to help
laughingstock
me.
of the
Come here!
What can I help you with, sir?
I left my gloves in the chapel. I took them off to pray, but then I rushed here and forgot to take them. I can't just get up and walk out now, but if you disappear for a little while...
All right. I'll get them.
I knew I could count on you. While you're at it, count how many figures on the mural have wings.
But... why?
Because I'm bored, and because I told you. Get on with it.
Why waste our time?
Okay. Where's the king? Okay, there's the gloves. Looking like it's snowing outside.
Easy
Snow
enough.
gloves.
And he wanted me to count the winged figures.
The winged figures. I mean, that's quite a lot of them here. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Well, 13.
Really? And did you count?
Okay, 16.
I counted 16, sir.
And did you count all the monsters and animals?
Oh, I thought you meant only the angels.
Go back to Sir...
What?
The eternal dispute over.
Okay, that was right though. 16 including the monsters.
They are calling diocesan pilgrimages to settlers, right under our noses. It's just a village with a monastery.
Hey,
and they are going
waiter.
to mock a royal mining
Pour me
city.
some
Hire more craftsmen, start with night shifts.
Haven't you noticed there's a war going on?
Sir?
About time.
I get the feeling there's something other than the welfare of the city behind your complaints.
Oh, you do? Do you? And what would that be?
Like, for instance, that you'd like to have your own altar there?
So what if I would?
Hold your horses, gentlemen. That space in the
Hey,
side
boy.
nave is mine.
Full cup
Well,
of
hell
monastery
freezes
wine.
over, mein Freund. Your place is at least 2 steps behind mine.
A swordsmith
Sir?
dares to insult me? Ha! I think
Good.
Excuse me. You wanted to buy yourself an altar in the cathedral, just like you bought yourself a seat in this council.
How dare you! I acquired my seat for the services our guild provided and still provides to the crown.
Well,
Hey, boy,
I
a
hope
full
you're not
cup of
supplying
monastery
equipment
wine.
to the army. If that's all they have, they would
Sir?
be defeated by that bunch of ne'er-do-wells from the alehouse Loring.
Not exactly my dream job.
Of course. People from the whole town.
I just love that she's just standing there and watching me.
Because it has all been sorted out. Not long ago, the guards raided and threw them all out.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten. What do we have to discuss next?
I'm telling you, something is being planned.
Oh, I doubt it. No one's gonna tackle Rootard.
Azonal Gyurcsák össze. A legjobb katonákat, és kelkinek útra!
Oh boy. That's not good.
You have nothing to fear. Not you.
Like this band of fives!